Okay, I'm back. We was in Wisdom of Solomon 14, or we precept to the Ten Commandments in Exodus 20th. I want to go over that again. In Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 7, it says, "For blessed is the wood whereby righteousness cometh." It says, "Blessed is the wood," because the Bible is made of paper which comes from wood. So it's talking about the Bible, whereas righteousness coming from. This is how we learn how to be righteous in the eyes of the Most High, from the Bible. But that which is made with hands is cursed. Idols. Anything that's made with hands, it says, is cursed. As well it as he that made it. So the one that made the idols, we just read about the idols that the daughters of Zion were dealing, and how we as a people were putting the clothes, the broidered clothes, and all the exclusive, exceeding beauty that the Most High brought to us as a people. We put it on some idols that we made, as it is today. But that which is made with hands is cursed, as well it as he that made it. He, because he made it, and it, because being corruptible, it was called God. You see, it was called the Most High. So that's why we went to Exodus, the 20th chapter. Go to Exodus, the 20th chapter. It's the Ten Commandments in Exodus, the 20th chapter. And let's look at verse 3. It says, "Thou shalt have no other gods which are idols before me," the Most High said. "Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth." Nothing that's in the heaven, nothing that's in the earth, nothing that's in the water under the earth. "Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them." This is very key point. Say, "Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them." Anything that's made that you see tangible, because the Most High is a spirit. And they that worship the Most High must worship him in spirit and in truth. You see, St. John 4:24. So it says you cannot bow down to anything that you can see. Nobody's seen the Most High at any time. The only begotten Son was in the bosom of the Father. He had declared him. So you can't close your eyes, open your eyes, see anything, close your eyes and see anything and say that's represent the Most High. That's why it say, "Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them," because he's an invisible power, nor serve them, no matter what it is that's tangible that you can see, whether with your eyes open, with your eyes closed, y'all. "Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Most High, thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity, the wickedness of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me." So you get 3 to 4 generations of them that hate him, visiting the children of them that hate him, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. See? Only way you love him is to keep his commandments, like you just said. So going back to Wisdom of Solomon 14, where we didn't. Verse 9, "For the unrighteous and his unrighteousness are both alike, hateful before the Most High." So all you that say you ain't got to keep the Most High's rules and regulations, his laws that you don't like to hear, you are hateful before the Most High. I'll read you it again. "For all the if you want to see what it says, for all the ungodly," God is the word that's dog spelled backwards. And that's what we call the Gentiles, because of their profaneness and because of reference of homosexuality. The New Unger's Bible Dictionary says that they said about themselves. It says, "For the unrighteous and his unrighteousness are both alike." So all you that don't keep the Most High's laws, and all the things that you do and not keeping the Most High's laws, is what? Is both alike. Hateful before the Most High. Hateful unto the Most High. "For that which is made shall be punished together with him that made it." You hear that? Both gonna be punished. That which is made and him that made it, both of them gonna be punished, he's saying. As it is written. It says, "Therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles These idols of the Gentiles, these other nations outside of the 12 tribes of Israel, shall there be a visitation. Because in the creature of the Most High, they are become an abomination and stumbling blocks to the souls of men, and a snare to the feet of the unwise, those that don't know. You're going to pay for it, he said. For the devising of idols, he's telling you point blank here, for the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication. And the invention of them, the corruption of light. See? For neither were they from the beginning, because in the beginning everybody obeyed the Most High. Except for when, Adam and Eve went off. Neither shall they be forever. See? For by the vain glory, worthless glory of men, they entered into the world. And therefore shall they come shortly to an end. Because the Most High going to be all in all. He going to be the power. Look at Ecclesiasticus 26 and 12. Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha 26 and 12. Let's go up from there. Because it's talking about women. It says, Ecclesiastes 26, let's look at verse 9. It says, the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. Hear that? The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. Blinking them eyes and looking at you a certain way to let you know that she's interested in you. If that daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly. If your daughter be shameless, he said, keep her in straitly. Meaning, don't let her be out there doing whatever she want to do, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. That means you got to put some restrictions on that daughter, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. Say, watch over an impudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee. So don't marvel if she trespass against you. Don't do what you want her to do. She will open her, listen to what it say, she will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he had found a fountain. This daughter opened up her mouth, you know what that's talking about, a hope. And drink of every water nearby it, giving everybody head. By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. That's her legs. Open up her legs. Remember, say you open up her feet, open up her legs against every arrow, every rod that come forth. Verse 24. A dishonest woman contempteth shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband. A shameless woman, like we read about how the daughters of Zion were, the shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. See? We called people dogs. Like Amasha called the Greek woman dogs. Not right to take the children's bread and cast it into the dogs, he said in Mark 7:24 down. And in Matthew 15 chapter, he said the same thing. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Most High. A woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all, but she that dishonoreth him in her pride shall be counted unrighteous of all. Verse 22. In harlot, as you see our women have played the role of a harlot shall be accounted as spittle. That's how the Most High look at you, ain't nothing more than spit. Just like you say, all nations before him as nothing and be like a spittle. So he's telling you the same thing about a harlot. A harlot shall be accounted as spittle. But a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. That's why he said in verse 1, blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife. for the number of his days shall be double. So if a man have a virtuous wife, he said the number of his days going to be double. He can live a very, very long time. A virtuous woman rejoices her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. A good wife is a good portion, which shall be given in the portion of them that fear the Most High. See? And the fear of the Most High is to be afraid, to be scared of him, to do what he say, do. Point blank. So, don't get it twisted. Ecclesiastes 36 and 21. Look what it say. A woman will receive every man, yet is one daughter better than another. Hear that? A woman will receive every man because all she got to do is open her legs up. Say, yet is one daughter better than the other. The beauty of a woman cheers the countenance, and a man loveth nothing better. You know how the Most High said, hey, we were exceeding beautiful. It says, if there be kindness, meekness, which is humility, and comfort in her tongue and her words, then is not her husband like other men? He said, he that getteth a wife begetteth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. But it says, where no hedges, where you don't put no restrictions on the wife, there the possession is spoiled. There the possession is spoiled. And understand this. Who did Satan start with? He started with the woman in the garden. He didn't go to Adam, he went to Eve. So he had from that time to the last days that he gonna have, most likely cut his time short. Do whatever he gonna do. That's why I say, where no hedge is, there the possession is spoiled. And he that have no wife will wander up and down mourning. That's why these things you're looking at, and these are the things that we come to understand, so that we don't get caught up in what it is that the wickedness that we've done in the past. We're supposed to be overcoming this. These are examples for us, so that we don't have to fall into that. And men gotta love their wives just like they love themselves. Go to John, 8th chapter. And see, Masha Rashai said, like we read in Deuteronomy 24:1, how if the man finds some uncleanness, which is fornication in the wife, that he can give her a bill of divorce. But see, we were doing it just for the aspect of, for the hardness of our heart, and not for what it is that the scriptures say we're supposed to do it for. That's why you look at, speaking of that, go to the, I mean, there's a lot of scriptures, like I said, I don't want to just go off into that point of reference, but the scripture also says in Ecclesiastes 25, it's talking about, women, mostly wicked women scriptures. And we all that are, in this truth, learning this truth, should not be considered as that way unless you're rolling that way, and it's going to be actually really terrible for you in us, knowing this truth, and then you fall into the category of a wicked man or a wicked woman. Because most of the men, you talk about wicked men. But then when you talk about wicked women, then everybody go crazy, because most men not going to deal with a woman and tell them they wicked or they doing this wrong, because some kind of way they got some kind of way of not wanting a woman not to like them. They don't care about the men. But that woman, like I say, the truth is more powerful than anything, and what's next? The woman. They don't want to deal with that. I've seen it over and over again. Even just getting rid of the women when they're going over these women's scriptures. Like, well, I'm trying to figure out, why would you do that? I want you women to know what's right from wrong. I mean, that's like, if you don't learn what's right from wrong, and you're doing what you're dealing with and it's wrong, and you think it's right, and you end up in hell, you're gonna say, why you tell me? Why you tell me? Well, most women don't want to know anyway. But it don't mean that I'm not gonna read the Bible for what it is, for what it said, because of any woman or any man. It don't matter. Whoever it is, you got to deal with it. I had to deal with it. All the things I looked at in my life, you got to deal with all the things you deal with in your life. Everybody. But he said in Ecclesiastes 25, and just to show you how it was in verse 26, where it's so much different now. So if she go not as thou wouldst have her, cut her off from thy flesh, and give her a bill of divorce, and let her go. See, that's the hardness of their heart. It wasn't because of fornication, or like Mashiach Rashad said, just, you do what I say, okay, one thing they messed up, got rid of them. Hardness of their heart. See? And these are things that, you're looking at, that you have to have compassion. Most I said, I love Jacob, so you got to love our people. John 8:44. He said, talking to the Israelites, he said, ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth. So a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. We know what the truth is. We can sing it together. Everybody should know this by now if you listen to my lessons. Psalms 119, 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. So he abode not in the Most High's law. That's why he said, ye are your father the devil. A lot of you preachers, your pork chop eating preachers, catfish eating preachers, lobster eating preachers, everything they eat, doo-doo that you eat. Ye are your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, abode not in the laws of the Most High, as it is this day. Because there is no truth, there is no laws of the Most High in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. For he is a liar and the father of it. You hear that? He said, and because I tell you the truth, you believe me not? He said, I'm telling you the truth. He said, you don't believe me. That's why I go to, hold that, get 1 John 3. Because he's talking about, he was a liar from the beginning, that abode not in the laws of the Most High. Let's go to 1 John 3 and 10. This is what it says. In this, the children of the Most High are manifest, and the children of the devil. Hear that? In this, the children of the Most High are manifest, and the children of the devil. When you say, what did he tell them? He told the Israelites, he said, in John 8:44, he said, ye are of your father the devil. Right? And the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning. So we got to look at who's the first murderer. And abode not in the truth. We know the truth is keeping of the laws of the Most High that y'all hate to hear about, because there is no truth in him. When he speaks of a lie, he speaks of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Now you go to 1 John, the 3rd chapter, give a little more understanding when he said, in this, verse 10, in this the children of the Most High are manifest, and the children of the devil. Whosoever doeth not righteousness, whosoever doeth not the laws of the Most High is not of the Most High. You're not of the Most High if you're not doing the laws of the Most High. So I keep asking, what religion, what church is keeping the moral laws, the civil laws, the dietary laws, and the ceremonial laws, if thou can say? In this, the children of the Most High are manifest, and the children of the devil. What's the next holy convocation that's coming up? What's the next feast day that your church is, or your congregation is following? Or you secular, worldly churches, Catholic or Protestant church, which one? Which one of your religions are keeping the moral laws, civil laws, dietary laws, and ceremonial laws? And the feast days that we say we're going to keep in honor of the victory over our enemies, if thou can say. And when do they fall? You should know all this. Y'all say y'all Christians. Y'all say that y'all the child of God. I don't know which one, but y'all say that's who y'all are. Well, you ain't the power of, that power that you're talking about, not the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, but that's what you say. Saying this, the children of the Most High are manifest, and the children of the devil. Hear this clearly now. Whosoever doeth not righteousness, which is keeping of the Most High's law, just in case, is not of the Most High. Just in case you didn't know. Got to go back here again. Everybody in my classes should know this by heart. Where to find righteousness at? Deuteronomy 6:25. Most High speak once, yea, twice, man, perceive it not. While we got to keep going there till you know and remember certain things, because it's very important. Whoever do not righteous, what's righteousness? And it shall be our righteousness. That's why what Psalms, the truth is what's? Psalms 119, 142. Thy righteousness, that's the Most High's righteousness, is an everlasting righteousness. And thy law is the truth. So it says thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, right? So here it is, it's giving you the definition of being righteous. And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before the Most High, our power, as he hath commanded us. So now, since y'all say we ain't got to keep the law, we ain't under the law, it said, and this, going back to 1 John 3:10, and this, the children of the Most High are manifest,